Mr. Schneider, can you explain for us in detail the objectives of the Apollo 8 mission?
Well, the Apollo 8 will begin gathering in for us our first information on man-lunar activities. We are particularly interested in three specific phases of the mission, namely navigation, communications, and thermal control. Each of these three activities cannot be simulated in Earth orbit, and we wish to go out to the lunar distances to find out more about them. Of course, we will be out there looking at at least one of our potential man-lunar sites, and we are, of course, looking at the moon in itself.
Mr. Schneider, would you detail the milestones of the Apollo 8 mission?
Well, on December 21st, the Saturn V will place the spacecraft into a 100-mile orbit around the Earth. Roughly 2 orbits later, that is about 2 hours and 50 minutes later, the last stage of the Saturn V will reignite, placing the spacecraft on a trajectory that will lead it out to the moon. If the crew does nothing, from there on, they will loop around the moon and return on a free return trajectory back to the Earth. However, at the backside of the moon, if things are as we expect, the crew will ignite the service propulsion system on the spacecraft and place themselves into an elliptical 60-mile by 170-mile orbit around the moon. That the next time around, they will circularize themselves at 60 miles. They'll stay there for about 10 revolutions and then make their final trans-Earth injection burn, bringing them back to the Earth with splashdown in the Pacific south of Hawaii.
This is the vehicle, the mighty Saturn V, that will send the men on their 6-day trip. Standing 60 feet taller than the Statue of Liberty from first stage through the launch escape system, the vehicle weighs over 6 million pounds, most of which is propellant.
The big concern about the Saturn V launch vehicle had to do with the pogo effect, excessive longitudinal vibrations that were set up by the 7.5 million pound thrust of the 5 first-stage engines in the April Apollo 6 unmanned launch. Launch vehicle engineers licked this problem by adding a helium cushion to the cavity in the liquid oxygen pre-valve area. This broke up the sonic pressure pattern, reducing resonance and vibration. We have already shown how the adapter's structural weakness was remedied. Within the adapter, Apollo 8 carried a Lunar Module Test Article, LTAB, rather than a lunar module. This dummy lunar module and other Apollo 8 modules were mated with the vehicle early in October.
This is Apollo Saturn Launch Control coming up on 3 hours. Mark, T-minus 3 hours and counting, T-minus 3, and we are proceeding. Astronauts Frank Borman, Jim Lovell, and Bill Anders making their, completing the end of their trip to the launch pad. We expect they'll be up on the pad apron shortly. All 3 astronauts now getting aboard the first of 2 elevators that will take them to the 320-foot level and their Apollo 8 spacecraft. Now being joined by 2 suit technicians, gate in the elevator closing, and we expect it will be going up shortly. As reported, this first elevator takes the crew to the A level, which is a middle level in the mobile launcher. They walk through a short vestibule where they arrive at the 2 high-speed elevators that are used to carry them to the 320-foot level. This is Apollo Saturn Launch Control at 2 hours, 55 minutes, 38 seconds, and counting. Astronauts Frank Borman and Bill Anders now going across swing arm 9, the top swing arm at the launch pad, and of course the access arm that attaches to the Apollo spacecraft. They are accompanied by one of the 2 suit technicians. We have firing command. The firing command is in. We are now on the automatic sequence, T-minus 3 minutes and counting. During this period, once we do get the firing command, the various tanks within the 3 stages of the Saturn V launch vehicle begin to pressurize. They all must be under pressure before we're ready to launch. We have a sequence status board here in the control room that will give us readouts on the overall status of the space vehicle as we reach the terminal phases in the countdown. Now 2 minutes, 32 seconds, and counting. Our status board indicates that all aspects are ready. Instrument unit is ready. Spacecraft ready. Final check of the emergency detection system. That ready light also on. First stage preparations are completed. 35 seconds and counting. We'll lead up to an ignition sequence start at 8.9 seconds. This will lead up as we build up the thrust to a liftoff. If all goes well, it's 0. 20 seconds. All aspects, we are still go at this time. T-minus 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. We have ignition sequence start. The engines are on. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have commit. We have liftoff. Liftoff at 7:51 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Clear. 13 seconds.
Roll pitch program.
Roger.
How do you hear, Houston?
Right and clear. 20 seconds out. We get a loud and clear from Frank Borman.
Mark,
32
1
seconds.
Bravo, Apollo 8.
Booster says the S1C, the first stage, looks good.
Apollo 8, you're looking good.
The crew confirms their progress at 50 seconds into the flight. 1 minute out, Mike Collins tells the crew we're looking good.
Apollo 8, Houston, you are go for staging, over.
The crew has been given a go for staging. 2 minutes, 25. We see an S1C, the first stage cut off. S2 has ignited, we can confirm. And the thrust looks good. All engines, all sources show the second stage is burning perfectly. 2 minutes, 51 seconds into the mission. And at 3 minutes into the flight, the range safety console has been released at the Cape. 3 minutes into the flight, we're 50 miles high and about 10 miles downrange.
Houston, how do you read Apollo 8? We hear you loud.
3 minutes, 25 seconds. We have verified that the tower has jettisoned.
Looks good here.
The crew has verified the tower is jettisoned.
Apollo 8, Houston, your trajectory and guidance to go, over. Thank you, Houston.
Frank Borman says staging was smooth, and he says the ride now is even smoother. Coming up on 4 minutes into the flight, and the communication thus far has been excellent. It's been a little sparse, but it's been quite sharp and clear. 70 miles altitude and about 20 miles or more downrange. Correction, let's make that 200 miles downrange. Flight Director Cliff Charlesworth gets an enthusiastic go from both trajectory and booster at 4 minutes 50 seconds into the flight. Mark, 5 minutes.
Apollo 8, Houston, your trajectory and guidance are go, over. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, you're looking real good, Mike. Very good.
And the crew's advisor trajectory and guidance are looking good, and Frank Borman came back with a very chatty thank you, Michael. He's talking to Michael Collins, who would be in the center seat today except for an operation several months ago. 5 minutes 20 seconds into the flight.
Apollo 8, Houston, trajectory and guidance are go. Roger, Apollo 8, go. Mark, you have S4B to orbit capability, over. Roger, thank you, S4B to orbit. Apollo 8, Houston, you look good for staging. Staging? S4B ignition.
We got S2 cutoff. We got S4B ignition. The Borman confirmed S4B ignition.
Guidance initiate. Houston, how do you read Apollo 8? Apollo 8, reading you loud and clear. Okay, we got guidance initiate. Roger, understand. Trajectory and guidance are go, Apollo 8. Thank you.
The thrust looks good to us at 9 minutes into the flight. We now have 89% of the velocity required. We're 920 miles downrange. And we're 9 minutes, 20 seconds into the flight.
And we have Seco. Roger, Seco.
We have Seco, says Frank Borman. Seco, and I would call it 11 minutes, 30 seconds. That will be an estimate. 11 minutes, 30 seconds.
Apollo 8, Houston, you are go, over. Apollo 8 is go. Thank you, Houston. Apollo 8, Houston, we have you apogee 103, perigee 9er, over. 103, 9er. Roger.
And now the crew's been advised. We have settled on an orbit of 103 apogee by 99 miles perigee.
Apollo 8, Houston. Houston, Apollo 8. Roger, we have 1 minute to LOS Tenerife. We'll see you again over Carnarvon at 5209er, over. We do have the optics coverage jettison, but there's everything seems to be going fine. Roger, optics coverage jettison, thank you. Apollo 8, Houston. Go ahead, Houston, Apollo 8, you're loud and clear. Oh, Roger, loud and clear over Carnarvon. We'd like to take the DSV away from you for a second. Roger, go ahead. Thank you.
Apollo Control, Houston here, 55 minutes into the flight. We have switched our biomed harness selector to Bill Anders, and we're watching him breathe and watching his heartbeat here on the scope.
Apollo 8, Houston. 8, direction Apollo 8. Roger, Gemini 8, Houston. We'd like to bring you up to date on the comm situation while we got some quiet time here. We'll be LOS Tenerife in another 2 minutes. We'll be picking you up over Carnarvon at 2 hours, 25 minutes, and 22 seconds.
This is Apollo Control, Houston, at 2 hours, 26 minutes into the flight. We have just acquired via Carnarvon.
Apollo 8, Houston. Go ahead, Houston. Apollo 8, you are go for TLI, over. Roger, understand, we're go for TLI.
And Mike Collins gives him a mark, 20 seconds to ignition. Now he's counting for...
Light on.
We see ignition.
Ignition.
Lovell confirms ignition. And the thrust is okay, booster says. Flight Dynamics says we look good, flight. We're watching the thrust build. Trajectory, guidance, flight dynamics, everybody in the front, what's called the front trench of this control center, says they're happy. That includes the booster. $60,000 miles we're approaching. We have passed 60,000 miles,
Okay,
and
we got
we're
Seco
very
on the
nearly. And Borman says we've got Seco. Cutoff was right on the second.
Apollo 8, Houston, looks like a good cutoff. Everything's looking real good down here.
California inhibit VHF downlink. Inhibited.
Apollo 8, Houston.
Go ahead, Houston, Apollo 8.
Now your cutoff looks very good down here. We got a whole room full of people that say you look good.
Roger, thank you.
Apollo 8, Houston.
Go ahead, Houston.
Yeah, we have you about 30 seconds prior to separation, and everything's looking good.
Roger.
This is Apollo Control, Houston, 3 hours, 22 minutes into the flight. Exactly 1 minute ago, we observed separation from the S4B. The crew immediately turned around and had a look at the S4B, and we're watching that pitch attitude right now, and telemetry coming to us over the eastern test range.
What a view.
Looks pretty good, huh?
We've stepped, Houston. We got the 4B right.
Roger, Apollo 8.
Houston, read Apollo 8.
Go ahead, Apollo 8.
Houston's Apollo 8 on VHF and S-band. How do you read?
You're loud and clear, Bill. How me?
Read you loud and clear. We've stepped. Looking good.
Roger, looking good here.
This is Apollo Control Houston at 6 hours, 29 minutes into the flight. At the present time here in Mission Control Center, we're in the process of changing shifts. Flight Director Milton Windler and his maroon team of flight controllers are coming on to relieve Flight Director Clifford Charlesworth and the green team.
Houston, this is Apollo 8.
Go ahead, Apollo 8.
Hi, Ken. How you doing?
Oh, just fine. How about?
Is that Jerry?
This is Ken.
Hey, listen, we still have this TV coming up here at, let's see, 3120?
Affirmative.
Apollo Control here. We've got a little lull in the conversation. It may be resumed. And we'll take advantage of the lull to give you the altitude, which is 163,920 miles. And our velocity, 3,514 feet per second. If you take 3/4 of that, you can get the distance in miles per hour. And read that into something like 2,600 miles per hour.
This is Apollo Control at 60 hours, 59 minutes, 41 seconds. And we're counting down now the last 10 seconds to our maneuver.
4, 9, 10, 11 seconds, 30, 11 seconds. Should be off by now. Good. That's good.
Okay.
That's well second.
Our guidance and control officer advises that they clocked the burn at about 12 seconds. We'd nominally planned it for about 11.
Houston, Apollo 8.
Go ahead, Apollo 8.
Hey, Jerry, how much wider does this, water suspension on the lower surface bay, the one that puts out hot still water, how much comes out of that with each time?
Stand by, I'll take a check on that. And by the way, welcome to the moon sphere. The moon sphere. You're in the influence.
Minutes away now from LOS. 418 nautical miles now away from the moon. Our velocity continuing to build up, 75-18 feet per second, continuing to climb. 1 minute, 30 seconds away now from loss of signal. Our distance away from the moon now, 401 nautical miles. Velocity reading 75-35.
Stand by for Delta V normal B. Enable. One second, 2 seconds. All right, how's everything? You got him. Pressure's holding good. All right. Everything good over here so far? Everything's looking good. "15 seconds. That's 4 ball valves. Everything is great. Okay. Pressures are coming up nicely. All right.
Okay. So run a little bit over, I think. That's borrow 2 right
5, 4,
Roll the jiggle,
3,
a little bit over.
2,
Shut
1.
up.
Shut down. Okay, go ahead. Okay.
Apollo Control, Houston, we're looking at engine data and it looks good. Tank pressures look good. We have not talked yet with the crew, but we're standing by. We've got it. Apollo 8 now in lunar orbit. There's a cheer in this room. This is Apollo Control, Houston, switching now to the voice of Jim Lovell.
Go ahead, Houston's Apollo 8. Very complete. Our orbit is 160.9 by 60.5. 169.1 by 60.5.
Apollo 8, this is Houston. Roger. 169.1 by 60.5. Good to hear your voice.
This is Apollo Control, Houston, 75 hours, 47 minutes, and we are, according to our projections, due to acquire just any second. This is the 4th revolution around the moon by a manned spacecraft. Our orbit is 60.4 nautical miles by 61.7.
Hey, don't take that. It's not scheduled. You got a color film, Jim? Hand me a roll of color, quick.
Oh, man, that's great. Where is it?
Quick.
Down here?
Just grab me a color. That color exterior.
Yeah, I'm looking for one. C368.
Anything, quick.
Here.
Okay.
Hey, I've got it right here.
Let me get up this way. A lot clearer.
Bill, I got a frame that's very clear right here.
Apollo Control, Houston here. 85 hours, 39 minutes, and we're very nearly at the acquisition point. Only 10 seconds away. And we should, if we're on plan, move right into a television transmission.
How does the picture look, Houston?
Loud and clear.
The TV look okay?
That's very good.
Welcome from the moon, Houston.
Thank you.
We are now approaching lunar sunrise, and for all the people back on Earth, the crew of Apollo 8 has a message that we would like to send to you. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness.
And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day.
And God said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good. And from the crew of Apollo 8, we close with good night, good luck, a Merry Christmas, and God bless all of you on the good earth.
This is Apollo Control, Houston, at 89 hours, 19 minutes into the flight. We're now less than 30 seconds to the scheduled time of ignition for the maneuver to start Apollo 8 on its course back to Earth.
Stand by to start over. Proceed. Proceed.
I'll give you a mark for all.
You've got it right here.
17, 16.
I'll let you. Two valves. Good shape. 4 valves. Pressure's holding. Looking real good. Pressurized.
At this point, the SPS engine should be shut down, and we will now be waiting for the spacecraft to come over the lunar horizon and give us a report on their status.
Houston, Apollo 8, over.
Hello, Apollo 8. Loud and clear.
Roger. Please be informed there is a Santa Claus.
That's affirmative.
You're the best ones to know.
And burn status report. We burned on time. Burn time 2 minutes, 23 seconds.
Roger. Apollo 8, could you confirm your burn time, please?
Roger, we had 2 minutes, 23 seconds. Or, wait one. Stand corrected, that's 3 minutes, 23 seconds.
Thank you.
This is Apollo Control at 92 hours 8 minutes into the flight of Apollo 8. And at the present time, our spacecraft is at an altitude of 8,545 nautical miles above the moon.
Houston, Apollo 8, over. Apollo 8, Houston. Hey, Jerry, when do you want to crank up the VHF anyway? Roger, VHF Simplex, well, we had that on the checklist for about -4 hours. Okay, we wanted to put it out prior to max range, don't you think? Get an idea when we're picking it up? Roger, stand by, Bill, we're talking about it.
The flight director has confirmed separation of the command module and the service module. We've been looking at data on the command module alone, and all the values look quite good. This is Apollo Control, Houston.
Damnedest thing I ever saw. Gemini was never like that, wasn't it, Jim? Oh, it was a little faster than this one. I assure you, I've never seen anything like it. Chem temperature's holding real good, up 1 degree. Okay, we should have comm. Give him a call. Houston, Apollo 8, over. Houston, Apollo 8, over. Roger, this is a real fireball. It's looking good. Come on, John Glenn. Goes the apex cover. There go the drones. Okay.
Apollo Apollo Control, Houston here at 146 hours, 55 minutes. According to our numbers, we should have main chute deploy. We should have had it within the last minute.